99% of men will never do this, yet it is precisely this one thing that naturally draws women toward them. Music. At first, that may sound like an exaggeration, but stop for a moment and consider it. How many men have you encountered who are attractive, confident, and highly successful? Music. Yet they still struggle to build a deep and meaningful connection. The reality music is that attraction isn't created by money, appearance, or social position. What most men fail to recognize music are the quiet, subtle behaviors operating beneath conscious awareness. Signals music that reach directly into a woman's emotional core without her even knowing exactly why. And the music's most unexpected part is that these habits aren't complicated. Music. They don't require expensive presents or years of dating experience. They simply require awareness, music intention, and the courage to move away from the shallow patterns that so many men music naturally fall into. Today, we're going to reveal 5 things women secretly want, but almost never openly admit. Music. These aren't the typical cliché flirting techniques. They are psychological triggers grounded in human nature and timeless Stoic wisdom. Principles that can completely music transform the way a woman experiences your presence. If you haven't developed these qualities yet, you're missing the only form of attraction that truly matters. Not the temporary interest that disappears the instant you leave, but music, the lasting impression that keeps you in her thoughts for weeks, and sometimes even months afterward. Before we begin, don't forget to like this video, music, subscribe to the channel and activate notifications so you never miss the insights. Music. That could completely transform your life. Let's begin. 1. Music. The power of touch before intimacy. Picture yourself clears throat and music on a date. The conversation is moving naturally, your music both laughing, and everything appears to be going exactly right. Yet somehow something still seems to be missing. There's a subtle barrier, almost as though the connection hasn't completely crossed that invisible line. You walk her home, send her a message later that night, and then silence. No response. This is where most men make their first major error. They assume attraction is built entirely through words, music, clever jokes, interesting stories, or endless conversation. But genuine human connection goes much deeper than that. Women do music not simply connect with what you say, they connect with how they feel when they're around you. Your energy, music, your calmness, and your awareness of physical presence. One of the music's most commonly overlooked ways to deepen that emotional connection is through touch. Not aggressive, music-demanding, or forceful touch, but touch that feels natural, gentle, music, and completely respectful. A light touch on her arm while you're making a point. A soft hand on her lower back as you guide her through a crowded space. Or briefly holding her hand. These small and quiet gestures can communicate more than 1,000 words music ever could. Without speaking, they quietly communicate, "I notice you. You're safe with me. I'm completely here with you in this moment." The greatest mistake men make is music, giving touch an expectation attached to it. They touch because they want something in return. Music. Women can sense that transactional mentality almost instantly. Instead of producing comfort, music, it creates pressure. But when a man offers touch without expecting anything whatsoever in return, he immediately becomes different. Music. He becomes a source of security. And safety is the foundation upon which genuine attraction is built. By confidently taking the lead physically in a calm and grounded manner, you communicate that you're a protector. Music. Someone who is fully aware of her comfort and boundaries. It's a silent, instinctive music language that human nature has understood for centuries. As Marcus Aurelius once wrote, "Stop arguing about what a good man should be. Music, be one." The men who understand that attraction isn't a transaction but music and clears throat, an experience formed through life's quietest moments, are the men who ultimately become unforgettable. Music. 2. The art of flirting with respect and detachment. When it comes to showing romantic interest, most men music find themselves trapped at one of 2 extremes. On one side, there is the over-eager pursuer. He music flirts with such intensity and aggression that his energy immediately reveals desperation. He tries too hard to impress and puts too much effort into forcing a reaction. On the other side is the overly cautious protector, the man who holds himself back so much because he fears rejection or worries about crossing boundaries that he never communicates romantic interest at all. He becomes safe, predictable, music, and eventually completely forgettable.